Having body image concerns is a relatively common experience and is not a mental health issue or problem in and of itself. However, it can be a risk factor for many mental health problems. If you've suffered from anxiety, depression, shame, or self-consciousness due to your weight or appearance, or feeling like somehow you just don't belong, pay attention. This video is absolutely for you. I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks on how to help cope with that and maybe help you understand that you are not alone. Join me now. Watch. I guess status on my mental health and PTSD. Like, today's the day. It's like, oh, can get ready, put makeup on, get my hair done so you feel a little bit good. But you know, these are things that are external that still are I find take an effort and are exhausting. You know, in this, it's now been 4 solid years in this like extreme clinical depression. I've come in and out, but the last little bit has been far worse. And it, like, reminding myself I'm resetting dopamine from a lifetime of trauma. And that's difficult. And the circumstances that I've been facing have been difficult, and I need to be more forgiving of myself. I didn't think I'd be a person that, you know, it's like the effort to go get the mail. I can't do it. To take a call, like that's it. It's only 2:30 and it's like, oh, okay, so what are the little things that I can do? I go back to counting my blessings. I always do. I've lost so much. I've lost my entire life. But I still can see the blessing in it for the reset, but being in the middle of trying to change it is the difficult problem. And that is where the thoughts for addiction for myself, it's food, come into play. And I'm trying, right? It's been a week and a bit, like really understanding a reset of, no, Candace, like trying to follow, not like the binge eating, the things and that rhythm, to get myself at least some sort of stability. Because usually I do something like a meal plan or a thing, and it's like that would spin me out, and that was triggering my eating addictions. And then I reject it and I'm trying to be very forgiving of myself, because I really don't have a life. I don't have any social life. I can't be around people. And that's because I'm so good with people. That's actually a main reason I can't work right now. And the get help, when to go get help was the problem. So I'm really genuinely trying to help myself, and it's my own programs, ironically, in my depression that I was making, that I was like, okay, still wanting to help as many people as I could, that I'm having to go back and do. And I had to take away more to understand that. And sometimes all I can do is just watch TV. But I try to do something else, like a little bit, and evaluate and try to do that self-help work. But I don't have, it's like, oh, go to the gym, do these things. I'm trying to build my health up again. And not sometimes, like, so for that base, but be a little bit more forgiving to myself. And trying to get these wins. I genuinely know I wouldn't be in the deep depression that I was in if it's the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Those things were met, I wouldn't be in as much of a depression now. And I mean, that's the things coming back to me that I'm genuinely owed. And fighting for those things takes a massive amount of energy, and that stops my brain. So dealing right now in the current situation, like my ex-husband and the et cetera, because of that's, it comes from fear. Like, I can't concentrate because of the things from fear. Okay, well, what can I do in a day? And trying to celebrate that instead and not feel sorry for myself. And that's tough because I still get caught up in it. But also being forgiving to myself that this is still the process. And honoring myself for the fact that, to be honest, that I haven't killed myself. The suicidal thoughts can be really bad. And when they creep back in, that's when I have to stop and just go, you've done enough. Stop. And I say, because I am so triggered by having, like, it's wanting to give, wanting to serve, wanting to be kind when I'm triggered and angry. And so angry at the world. And I've realized, though, I'm justified in it. With what happened. I just had to see it for myself. So it's like being empathetic to understanding it. I hate victim mentality, and I won't go to that. It's not that. I know I'm a warrior for what I've done, and at least that's the part that I'm proud of to recognize. And that's where I have to forgive myself and these expectations of everything. It is, and that is, you tell everybody can say, oh, I don't care what people think or whatever it is. There's always some degree of that, right, in the mind, because that's where it's like why I'm such a good performer, why I'm so good at being fake. It's why, though, I had to take a break. I haven't been on social media. It's been over almost a year now. Interacting with people, very limited. Any of those, I can't. I don't know when that's going to come back. Some days I can't think straight at all. So if that's all I can do today, that's it. And that's where it's at right now.